everybody. Chris Shearn along with Michael Kay. We're in the K-Zone at George M. Steinbrenner III Field here in Tampa for Yankee spring training. It's the opening day game. The Yankees are taking on the Pirates, and I figured what better way to start things off than to interview the guy that's going to be calling the game today on the Yes Network, other than Michael Kay. You have a very nice coif today, I must say.
Thank you. Your head looks good, too.
Thank you. I have coif envy.
You have a ridge here I never noticed.
We'll have to get B-roll.
Uranium or what?
It might be. We have to get B-roll of that later, Joe. That's Joe Oriema, our cameraman. So let's get right to it here. Usually when you come down to spring training, Michael, and by the way, avid listener of the Michael Kay Show on 1050 ESPN Radio.
2 to 7, Monday through Friday.
We always have to get that in. But, you know, listening to your show, you know that there's only one big storyline. It's who's going to be the fourth or the fifth man in the rotation. Is it going to be Job? Is it going to be Phil Hughes? But do you think either way? I mean, if the Yankees break camp, knock on wood, no injuries, is that going to make them or break them? Like, who's that fifth starter?
No, I don't think so. Because the way I look at it, whoever wins the fifth starter spot might be one of the best fifth starters in baseball. Right now, they have one of the best fourth starters in baseball, and Javi Vasquez. So I think the 5 candidates they have for the number 5 starter spot, I think they're all pretty good. I wasn't impressed that much with Mitre last year, but they say that the longer away from the surgery he is, the better he'll be. Savas, I love in the bullpen. I thought Godin did a good job for them, and then you've got 2 good young arms in Chamberlain and Muse. So I think whoever wins, actually the other guys are just strengthen the bullpen. I don't think that's a real big concern. And, you know, the other concerns in camp, who's going to bat second, who's going to play center. Really, this is a team that's pretty much set.
Now, let's talk about Javi Vasquez for a second, because when the Yankees brought him back, not people in the media, but there were a lot of fans. The groundswell with fans was, oh, my God, you're bringing this guy back. But if you look at his numbers, since he's left the Yankees, he's a lockdown 4 starter. When he was here the first time, he was asked to do a lot more than he's going to be asked to do this time.
Yeah, he was pretty much the second starter then. This time he's the 4th starter, and he's coming off with leading the National League in strikeouts. He's commanded the strike zone, low in the strike zone, much better than he was the first time here. He's more of a sinker baller. Last time he was a fly ball pitcher, which would not play well in this stadium, in the new Yankee Stadium. So he could strike people out, he could get them to hit him on the ground, and all he has to do is be the 4th starter, which means that a lot of times you match up with the 4th starter on the other team, and I challenge you to find as good a 4th starter. Maybe the Red Sox have it, as good a 4th starter as Javi Vasquez. So I think he could win 15 games in that spot by accident, especially with the runs that this team's going to score.
And I also heard on your show, actually, a caller brought up a great point. He said that he didn't think that the Red Sox could beat the Yankees over a 162-game schedule, but in a short series with that pitching rotation, do you think they're the main competition?
You know what? I like the Red Sox pitching a lot. They're starting 5. They actually have 6 starters going for 5 spots because Wakefield wants to get in there as well. If Matsuzaka's healthy, I think their starting 5 is great, but I don't like their offense at all. So they could make the playoffs, and then they'd be one of the favorites because they could send 3 starters out there as good as it, because they legitimately have 3 number 1 starters, right, in Lester, Lackey, and Beckett. But I don't like their offense at all, Chris. There's a chance Tampa Bay could take that wild card. I still think it's going to be the Red Sox, but I think the Yankees are going to win the East, and I think that the Red Sox are going to be battling the Rays for the wild card.
One more thing before I let you go, and that's, you brought it up, Matsui and Damon are not here. What do you think that does, especially with Damon in the clubhouse? Is it really give the clubhouse a knockdown a notch because he was such a great influence in the clubhouse, or are they going to be okay?
I think they're fine. I mean, not to pour water on it, but I think that we make a big deal out of it. These guys are very resilient. Fans cry about losses in June, and these guys go out and have a really nice dinner. I mean, that's just the way things are. So, yeah, will they miss Damon? Yeah. A guy like Jeter's going to miss Matsui. He loved Matsui. He really did. But baseball is a very transient business, and you get over it. I mean, you look over at that locker, that's where Johnny Damon used to be. He's not there anymore, and you move on. It's not like they replaced him with a bad guy. They replaced him with a really good guy in Curtis Granderson. He's one of the best people in baseball, so he's going to help the clubhouse as well. So I think they'll be fine. I don't think that's going to be an issue at all.
People on Twitter, your fears should be quelled. Michael Kay has spoken. So when the Yankees lose a couple games in April, or, CC Sabathia has a bad inning, it's okay.
Are you on Twitter?
Yes, I am.
Why does that not surprise me?
By the way, it's at BPTV17.
Hi, I'm Chris Shearn.
This is what I went to Carrabba's for dinner tonight.
Carrabba's? No. Kona Grill? No. That's not happening. Anyway, Michael, you know it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. I'm glad you wore your pass so they let you in.
Yeah, I forgot to take that off again. Rookie.
You did that in the World Series.
Yeah,
too.
I did.
Last time
I did. And you called me out on it then.
Just don't learn.
No, I don't. Especially around him because I'm going to get killed for it. But we appreciate it. It's always a pleasure. Always
Let's do
a pleasure.
It more, really.
We should.
We really should.
I still haven't gotten that invite to his radio show, but whatever.
It's coming.
It is what it is. Yeah, I won't hold my hand
Aren't
on
you
my
on another radio
rear
show?
end. No.
On a TV version of another radio show? Don't I see you pop up all the time?
I do an update.
Yeah.
You saw me in my USA hockey jersey, by the way.
I didn't like that.
You didn't? I thought you did.
Out on the street, I did.
All right, we're going to go now. Enjoy the game today and enjoy listening to Michael K. Again, quelling the fears of everyone in the Twitter universe because the Yankees are okay. And from that, we say see ya.